To paint the clothes, I will proceed exactly as before. So I will copy the shader we have been using and get rid of all unnecessary nodes. Then I will load the correct map. I will set a color for the straps and a darker color for the hanging clothes using the fill brush. And then I will paint some highlights on the straps. The thing I wanted to show you is that on this particular part of the character, the baked texture were looking pretty bad, the curvature and EAO. So I've been fixing them in Photoshop, but this is a process you can currently do in Blender because I will be using one or two tools in Photoshop that are currently available in Blender. But this was mostly a matter of comfort, and as I'm more experienced with Photoshop, I go directly into it, but that wasn't really necessary. In Photoshop, while I was editing the AO, I used a standard brush, which is exactly the same as Blender 1, and I was just picking the color near the area I wanted to fix. So I was fixing those white dots and also those strange stretching effects. I've also been using the finger tool, which is exactly the same as the smear brush, to push some of the clipping on the border of the shirt part. So we will see that a little later. So as you can see, it was really about fixing those little problems. It's very easy, very fast. I mean, in 10 minutes you can fix your map this way, and this will look way better because those blank points just appear so sharp into the Blender viewport and onto your render. So here I was not super happy with the stem brush, so I switched to the finger brush, as I told you, and it's exactly as the smear brush. I'm pushing the correct pixel toward the outside so that it will cover the edge, and thankfully the solidify modifier will behave a little better as the edge of the shirt will look a little nicer. You will then guess how I've worked. I've been using two different fabric patterns that I have overlaid on the different parts of the mesh. So one was for the strap and the shirt, and the other for the hanging clothes. So you can find them in your folder, convert them by normalizing them in Blender, and then just use the UV coordinates with the right scale to overlay them and use them also as a bump map later on. So I will let you finishing this time lapse because there is nothing new here, and I'm not using very complex painting technique. I'm just really adding some contrast and highlights. It's one of the easiest painting parts, so that should be fine with some music.